Your organization's portfolio has multiple products. Management has chosen to switch the lead revenue-generating product to maintenance mode, decrease investment, and seek other further growth opportunities. This may have been due to choose the best option. A desire to minimize operational expenses and prioritize products with improved product cost ratios. Declining customer base, reduced revenues, and low unrealized value despite high current value. The innovation rate or new product capabilities for this product is low. Your organization has ceased the use of Scrum. The consideration of both CV and UV provides organizations with a way to balance present and possible future benefits. Strategic goals are formed from some satisfaction gap and an opportunity for an organization to decrease UV by increasing CV. In this situation, even though the product is generating revenue, there are clear signals that the product has passed maximum maturity and is now on the decline. The gains from continuous investment and meeting all potential needs of the customer would also be low. Instead of continuing to invest in it, the organization is likely looking for new opportunities for growth by investing in other products that have a higher potential for profitability. Current value, CV, the value that the product delivers today. The purpose of looking at CV is to understand the value that an organization delivers to customers and stakeholders at the present time. It considers only what exists right now, not the value that might exist in the future. Considering CV helps an organization understand the value that their customers or users experience today. Unrealized value, UV. The potential future value that could be realized if the organization met the needs of all potential customers or users. Looking at unrealized value helps an organization maximize the value that it realizes from a product or service over time. When customers, users, or clients experience a gap between their current experience and the experience that they would like to have, the difference between the two represents an opportunity. This opportunity is measured by unrealized value. Rest all options are incorrect, as a desire to minimize operational expenses and prioritize products with improved product cost ratios is incorrect. While it is one of the reasons an organization might decide to place a product in maintenance mode, it would not be the sole reason. It would have to be combined with other factors such as poor sales, low innovation rate, and low unrealized value. The innovation rate or new product capabilities for this product is low. It is a possible reason for placing a product in maintenance mode, but it would not be the sole reason. It would have to be combined with other factors such as poor sales, low unrealized value, and poor product cost ratios. Your organization has ceased use of Scrum is not a reason for placing a product in maintenance mode. It might be a change in the development methodology, but it does not necessarily mean that a product is no longer profitable. What are 2 effective ways for Scrum to support funding and investment decision-making? Choose the best 2 options. Early and frequent releases to customers and users. Frequent evaluation of the delivered increments to determine the delivered value to investment ratio. Setting a predetermined budget guarantees the completion of the project within the designated time frame, scope, and budget constraints. Only allocating funding necessary for the day-to-day operational costs of the Scrum teams. The cost of developing, delivering, and sustaining products can impact how the flow of value is managed throughout the life of a product. Each sprint is an opportunity to inspect the investment, financial, time, effort, etc., against the returned value, customer satisfaction, revenue, etc., of the work that has been delivered. The team can then decide on what it should do next to maximize the value of the investment. Early and frequent releases to customers and users allow for early feedback on the product and its value, which can inform funding and investment decisions. This can help to ensure that the project is aligned with customer needs and that the investment is being directed toward building a product that will be successful in the market. Frequent evaluation of the delivered increments to determine the delivered value to investment ratio. This can help to identify areas where the investment is not yielding the desired results and can inform decisions on reallocating resources or adjusting the project plan. By understanding how much value is being produced per investment spent, teams can make data-driven decisions on how to best use funding and investment to drive the project forward. Rest all options are incorrect, as setting a predetermined budget guarantees the completion of the project within the designated time frame, scope, and budget constraints. Agile methodologies like Scrum are designed to be flexible and adaptable, and a fixed budget may not allow for the necessary adjustments to the project plan that may be required as risks and challenges arise during the development process. Only allocating funding necessary for the day-to-day operational costs of the Scrum teams is incorrect, as funding and investment decisions go beyond just covering the operational costs of the team. It also includes decisions on allocating resources, prioritizing features and functionalities, and determining the overall direction of the project. Additionally, Scrum is a framework that guides the project, not just the financial decision-making. Product A generates a significant amount of revenue and has a high current value but a low unrealized value. Product B is a new product with a lot of potentials but currently has a low current value and high unrealized value. Given this information and considering a long-term perspective, which option do you think would be the best to pursue? Choose the best answer. Allocate more of your investment towards Product B as it has greater potential. Divide your investment equally between both products. Allocate more of your investment towards Product A as you do not want to risk losing customers. All of the above. Explanation: Product B has a low current value but a high unrealized value, which means it has a lot of potential for growth. By investing more in Product B, you can potentially tap into this growth potential and realize the high value that is currently unrealized. On the other hand, Product A has a high current value but a low unrealized value, which means it is already generating a lot of revenue but may not have as much potential for growth. Investing more in Product A would likely maintain the current level of revenue, but may not result in significant additional growth. Rest all options are incorrect. Divide your investment equally between both products. This option is not necessarily the best choice, as it does not take into account the potential for growth in each product. Also, it could lead to the dilution of potential gains from the product with greater potential, Product B. By investing more in Product B, you may be able to realize the high unrealized value that it has. Allocating more investment toward Product A might not be a good idea because the product already has a high current value and a low unrealized value, which suggests that its growth potential may be limited. What benefits can a product owner attain by conducting experiments? Select all that apply. Identifying and reducing waste. Eliminating all uncertainty and risks to the future success of a product. Determining the compatibility of a product with its market and the potential for a profitable business. Deciding on investment strategies and securing funding. Explanation. One of the preferred stances of a product owner is the experimenter. The experimenter understands the need of trying out new things, exploring, innovating, and therefore, experimenting. Experimentation can help a product owner to identify and reduce waste by testing different ideas and approaches, and determining which ones are most effective and efficient. This can help to improve the overall performance of the product and reduce costs. Experimentation can also help a product owner to understand product market fit by testing different features and offerings with customers and gathering feedback. This can help the product owner to determine whether a product has the potential to be successful in the market and if a viable business can be created around it. Experimentation can also help a product owner to make decisions on investment strategies and funding. Scrum addresses the complexity and supports experimentation by employing an iterative, incremental approach. Complex contexts are often unpredictable, and the best approach here is to probe, sense, respond. Rather than trying to control the situation or insisting on a plan of action, it's often best to be patient, look for patterns, and encourage a solution to emerge. It can be helpful to conduct experiments in these situations in order to make future decisions. Rest all options are incorrect as experimentation alone cannot eliminate all uncertainty and risks to the future success of a product, as there are always unknowns in any business, but it can help to mitigate some of them. A discrepancy in user satisfaction occurs when there is a difference between, choose the best two answers. The user's desired outcome. The market share of the product. The user's actual experience. The total market size. Explanation. A user satisfaction gap exists when there is a difference between the user's desired outcome and their actual experience. This gap may be caused by a number of factors, such as a product that does not meet the user's needs or expectations, or a user interface that is confusing or difficult to use. Identifying and addressing the user satisfaction gap is an important part of product development, as it helps ensure that the product is meeting the needs of its users and delivering value. Rest all options are incorrect as the market share of the product and the total market size are not necessarily related to the user satisfaction gap. The user satisfaction gap is a measure of the difference between the user's desired outcome and their actual experience and is not necessarily tied to the market share or size of the product.